Hey guys, Jaden here, and welcome back to some more Doki Literature Club Plus. We are here on this menu today, listening to some new tunes, because I wanted to investigate this a little bit more before we hop back into the thick of things. Mainly the files and stuff. We have the reset, which we can delete or open. Delete, can we open these? We can't open these. I figured we do a little detective work in the files here, since I haven't really taken a look at. Oh my gosh, there's so many folders. What is all this? Oh my gosh, are they 3-digit like codes? So there's 0 through 5. You open 0, it's got 0 through 5 again. You open this, it's got 0 through 5 again. I bet like one of these has something in it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, this is, I guarantee there's something in one of these. You sneaky man. Dan Salvato, you. I'm just gonna try a couple, like, random combinations. And also, I'm sure things unlock as you play through the game. Oh my gosh. Okay, well... We have a note. Insecure directory. This music is kind of loud. This is a scratch disk. Do not use it to store sensitive or permanent things. If you need direct access to the files from the encrypted file share, copy them to your disposable drive and plug it directly into the thin client. Do not copy them here. Rhea is working on setting up a proxy mail server so we have proper remote communication without having to worry about the higher-ups. Keep everything offline until then. Paula. Well, this is certainly something. Backup. Meeting notes. Updated development timeline. New tasks. New cases for new genetic model. Server time optimization. Automatic data collection. Data migration to encrypted file share Monday. VM2 roadblocks. Row on VM2, everyone else on VM1 for data collection. Ideas for data search types. Visual renders, audio data, VM environmental changes, persistent variable tampering, timestamps, parsing through patterns, excessive server time needed. Meeting over time, you know who went on too many tangents again. I need to be more assertive about staying focused. So is this like a fictional, I can word. This is like a fictional development team? File copy test from disposable drive to thin client. What is all this? Unable to open. Okay. Can I not open any of these? Okay. Oh! Access keys found so far. Clock time 240, 221 is gear. Boat, spaceship? What? So clock time 240. Do I have to actually do this at 240? And 221. 221. Okay, well let's try that first of all. If I change my actual computer's time to 240, can I open this? Okay, I've set my time manually to 240. Oh my gosh, I got an achievement stonks and it opened. What? You have to have your time set and go to the right numbers? Oh my gosh. Project plan outline. This music is very upbeat. High-level overview. Create human-readable version of Fabric benchmark results, suggesting we live in a simulated universe. Emulate Fabric benchmark results in a virtualized environment. Build parameters for genetic iterations. Custom elevated access levels for one or more entities. Iterate until simulation is stable for target time threshold. This is our small-scale simulated universe. Observe effects of elevated access knowledge of simulation. collect, record data, pitch findings to upper management as profitable venture. Note, do not go through Barry. Go straight to upper management. Get promoted. Job saved. Possible team members. Row has the most knowledge, access to Commander Quantum Server. Ravi, second to Row. Lib, fixing naming scheme conflict with Lib folder. Project Libertaria or whatever it was. Oh man, we're getting deep into the lore. Ive, sure why not. Others. VM1 is current project. VM2 is future project. VM1 is literature, production of text assets, easy data collection. 4 entities, characters, the 4 girls, small physical space, limited to the classroom, highly elevated access permission creates very stable connection window for data collection in exchange for less realistic simulated scenarios. So these people run some kind of like futuristic, like weird software company, and they're creating a virtual simulation and then telling Monica that she's in a simulation in order to save their jobs. And yet I'm assuming VM2 is the Project Libertaria game with all the like project of what is it, the Markov book that Yuri reads with the eyes and the human experiments and all that kind of stuff. Oh my gosh, I've opened a can of worms. Oh boy. Okay, interesting. I wonder what other combinations of numbers there are. Geez, we are barely scratching the surface. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. I want to go through the character files. If I can open any of these. I can't. Okay. Is there any... I haven't been in the game files yet. Oh my gosh, there's like game files. There's my saves. There's poem words. File format Word. S point, N point, Y point. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri point? Sayori's winning. Oh, it's a list of all the words that they like. And 3, 2, 1. So happiness. 3 points for Sayori, 2 points for Natsuki, 1 point for Yuri. Oh, that's a little more complicated than I thought. I thought it was like one word one person likes. But there's a point system. So 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. I wonder if these are codes. I wonder if these are all folder combinations. Let's try... What's a good word? Horror. 213. Let's try 213 because that's horror. 213. No. Okay. Okay. There's a ton of stuff here. Oh my gosh, we have so much to look forward to. But for now, let's boot up the game and jump back into the wonderful world of Doki Doki to unlock more weird backstory lore. Doki Doki. Oh boy. We're back in this. We are ready to pick some words for Yuri for our 3rd day at the Literature Club. Gosh darn it. Starting off strong. Well, this is fine. I pretty much have Yuri's words down. Natsuki and Sayori are a little bit more similar, so they're a little harder. Oh my gosh. They're a little harder to, like, figure out. But, Yuri, for the most part, I can get enough words to win with her. Fantasy, no. Landscape. Grief. Oh, duh. Why did I pick that one? I don't know. Intellectual. Lust. Disoriented. Uncanny. Alright, well, we got enough for Yuri. That's what really matters here. It's very dark in my room. Yet again. Oh, jeez. Hold on. I've taken a screenshot. What have I done? Everything's falling apart. Oh, jeez. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Okay. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Now I'm apparently dying. Immediately. Ah, jeez. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination, starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you, of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Little meta joke for you there. Remember, this is still all very meta. There's starting to be some things to piece together here. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else, but the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Jaden, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into it, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? You can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Jaden. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it for now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Jaden. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anyone else, you know? What? I like we already didn't know this. Mr. Oblivious MC. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Jaden. Have you thought that maybe you're always seeing her so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you? We just had a revelation. Oh, I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know I won't be able to get the words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. Now, I watch her kneel down to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but it's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that's letting it weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do about it besides wait for Monica. Does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concerns of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you'd prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'd be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seemed a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. That's so sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time. That's all. I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading a little into it too much. Jaden, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep and beneath plain sight, and there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her, but in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess, but you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Awkward silence ensues. Why is it so silent? Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. We're gonna show it to Sayori first. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. I forgot about how sad this part made me. Why didn't I go Sayori? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. It's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Jaden. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright, just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. No. Oh. Gosh darn it. Okay, Natsuki. I forgot that this game was actually going to make me sad. I was kind of distracted by, ooh, exciting, new game, new stuff, new lore. I forgot that it was going to hit me in the feels. Meh. I guess you really haven't learned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know, I got my hopes up in the first place. What? I didn't think this one was bad. What did I do wrong? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother writing poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me... You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty... Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. Because this guy is an idiot. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Even though they're all definitely 18 and somehow in high school. But it's fine, because as we have learned at the beginning of this episode, this isn't what it seems. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Oh boy. Show it to Monica next. We'll save Yuri for last, I suppose. Hi, Jaden. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it a little more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Jaden. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but it's pretty impressive. Well, she just needed some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know, spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, feel bad that she had a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. All right, I get you. Just be careful, all right? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. The books aren't a total escape from reality, they're just a bandage. You say that like I'm gonna hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. After everything that we've just been through in this day so far, having a poem titled that, ooh, this game. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eye and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. I mean, at least we get to read one poem today, right? Well, two, because we're going to read Yuri's. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that gives life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. And I see, I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. Oh, would I? You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way and will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. And last but not least, Yuri. Jaden, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've showed me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. A little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally for me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Jaden, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers or problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So, when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me, they don't tease me for spacing out all the time, they don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Jaden. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Jaden. I speak too slowly, I second guess myself all the time, I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others, but that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I'd say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. You want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get that for you. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows, closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I'm too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is a rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Aww. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometime. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something, but I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. And with that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Man, I forgot how, like, on the nose they start getting towards the end here. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? Thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier. Everything is fine. What'd she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are harder here. Or even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes. She stares at her desk and in focus and starts nodding to herself. Her mind's already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Jaden. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It'd probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. But it's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you'd like to handle the baking on your own. Jade may not like to be around you if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So, therefore, he may be more suited in assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds like you're just making excuses for Jaden to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Jaden to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Jaden, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. I gotta go with Yuri for this route. You know, I've stuck with it this far. We might as well finish the Yuri route all the way through. Well, I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Actually, What I should have done is made a save right before this, so I could come back here and do the other options. But it's fine, I can speed through the game. Because like I said, eventually I'd like to go and replay and get the rest of the endings and stuff, which will probably unlock the rest of the side stories and everything. Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying... You'll be helping Yuri then, Jaden? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, can you handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I'd be fine. Okay. Everyone could tell Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. You feel the same way, Jaden? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. It's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Jaden picked me, and also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea, and nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. Kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she's tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm gonna say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Eh? I turn around. Sorry, I realized that I don't have any other way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. I got a girl's phone number. Ooh. I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I'd be one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I'd prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so just need to make sure my room's clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Jaden. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. Forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I wanted to do. But... Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight in my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. But unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. No, be quiet, Gabe. It's not already Sunday. Hide that. Time to wrap up the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Things are starting to get a little spicier. We're hanging out outside of school for the first time. Big things are happening. We're approaching the festival. There's a lot to come, a lot of secrets to discover, a lot of lore bits, and sadness and depression waiting for us still. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like or consider subscribing. If you haven't already, it helps out the channel a bunch, and I really appreciate all the support on the Doki Doki videos. It's been a lot of fun revisiting this game, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later!